Word up, Tyler from Deadstring Audio here. I haven't posted in a while, but I plan on posting regularly, getting back into that rhythm. But I just wanted to do a super quick video today to kind of touch on saturation. Not necessarily use case applications, but more of what saturation does to a signal. I just feel like it was kind of an aha moment when I figured it out, and I don't see too many people on YouTube talking about it. So I just want to quickly do a demonstration so you can kind of visualize what you're actually doing to your signal when you use saturation. So I have a synthesizer pulled up here, just oscillating a sine wave at like 50 hertz. So this is our fundamental, if you will. And what I mean by fundamental is, let's pull up this vocal track here. Put Pro Q on it.
Tired of your ways, send me another text, I'll be over soon.
I would say that this is our fundamental, right at around 200.
Tired of your ways, send me another text, I'll be over soon.
How I identify that is it's the loudest and lowest frequency.
Tired of your ways.
So like that's hitting G sharp.
Tired of your ways, send me another.
And this is just an octave of the fundamental. It's a little bit louder, but it's not the lowest pitch, if that makes sense.
Tired of your ways, send me another text.
So these are just octaves of each other. As you can see, they're both G sharp. So you identify the fundamental by looking at the loudest peak and the lowest peak.
Tired of your ways.
Obviously, this is information down here, but it's not peaking like this is. That's how you identify the fundamental. Now, why is that important for saturation? Whenever you saturate, you are generating harmonics or harmony frequencies to the fundamental. The plugin that you're using or the piece of gear that you're using is going to identify the fundamental and amplify based off of that. So how does that look back with this sine wave we're generating? So obviously this is our fundamental. It's the only note being generated. And why we want to do that in this little showcase or this test here. So if we play this, kind of looks like we already have some harmonics, which is interesting. Oh, sorry, my cat's getting into trouble. We have our fundamental here, right around 53 hertz. And this is our saturator, which currently shouldn't be doing anything, but it seems like it might be. Let me just bypass that real quickly. Yeah, so even with our saturation plugin at 0, we're still getting some saturation, which is interesting. But let's just ignore that for now. This is our fundamental sine wave. This is our saturator. I want you to pay attention to how this spectrum looks as I increase the saturation. So there's our fundamental. As I increase the saturation, these are the harmonics that are being generated. So what you're actually hearing is octaves and harmony frequencies based off the fundamental. And that's why it sounds fuller, and that's why when it gets crazy, there's so many layers of that fundamental. That's why it sounds crunchy and like overwhelming when you start to really push it. Because now look at all these peaks we have that are all being generated just off of this one fundamental. And that's really all I wanted to talk about today, is just kind of demystify what saturation is and what it does to your signal. So another reason why that's important is some saturators will do even order harmonics and some saturators will do odd order harmonics. And all that means is it's going to generate the harmony or the octave closest to the even numbered frequency or the odd numbered frequency. The reason why that's important is even order harmonics and odd order harmonics have different flavors, different sounds. Most people tend to agree that odd order harmonics sound more pleasing and smooth. Even order sounds more harsh and brittle. So it's just important to understand when you're saturating, the specific saturation that you're using, is it even order or odd order? Like I said, they're going to get you two different sounds, but they both do the same thing. They generate frequencies based off of the fundamental. And that's a good way to fill out your sound, make it sound more full. That'll probably do it for today. I will, like I said, be posting more regularly, but I appreciate you, and I hope this kind of taught you something. Peace.